Okay, you guys, everybody was so interested in how I made this hat that I didn't write any directions and I didn't write a pattern down, so I just made it up in my head as it went. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a tutorial on how I made it, and I'm just gonna figure out what I did as we go, and hopefully we can make this one again together. And I used this hat is when finished is about 8 inches tall and about 9.5 wide and stretches out. So it's about 19 inches without stretching it before you close it up, and then about 20, it stretches out to about 23 if you stretch it all the way out, but has a nice good stretchy band on it. And I'm using Premier Puzzle yarn. I don't have any left in this color, and I couldn't find the store, couldn't find the tandem color or tangram, so I'm using this same yarn though. It's 100% acrylic puzzle, and this one is in Hangman colorway. Okay, it looks like purples and blues, but we're going to use this one, and it's a 5-weight, a chunky yarn, and it says to use a 6mm hook, which I have, and I'm going to go ahead and use the 6mm or a J and hook. And then we'll need, I've got my little mini measuring tape and a darning needle and scissors, and that's about all we need for right now to make this hat, except for if you're going to put the faux fur palm on, and that I did make detachable, which it has a button attached to the end of the palm so you can put it in and out of the hat. I left a hole at the top of the hat. So what we're going to do is we're starting at the bottom of the hat and we're going to start with a chainless foundation row of half double crochets times 42, and we're going to do it very loosely. And I don't know if everybody knows how to do the chainless foundation, and I'm going to show you real quick. There is video tutorials on YouTube also as well. And what you do is just get your slip knot here. Get a slip knot going. Okay. And then we're going to chain 3. And we're going to make it kind of loose too. We're going to not do it real tight. We're going to kind of make this a looser, very loose crochets. Okay. And then we're going to go into this top 2 loops right here on the first chain. We're going to go right in there, and we're going to grab our yarn over, grab our yarn. We're going to come up, and usually I kind of pull up so that all 3 are kind of like the same length, and then you're going to go through 1, and that equals your chain 1, and then you're going to go through all 3, and that is your half double crochet. So you've got a chain 1 and a half double crochet all in one little package here. So that's your first one, and then you're going to yarn over, and then you're going to come back into the top 2 of the first half double crochet that we had. So for the first chain, and that's right there through the top 2 right there. So we're going to come back in, and we're going to go through there. I'm going to pull through and give it a good yank so that you get it nice and tall. Okay, so that's nice and loose and the same length here. And then you're going to go through 1, and that's the same as your chain 1, and then your half double crochet, yarn over and all through 3, and that's the second one. So now we have 2, and as you get going out, this will, and then you go into the top of the last one, right into the top 2 little loops there. You see that? And then you go in, pull through. You should have a little hole at the top because that's the top of your chain. And then pull through 1, pull up. You're going to try to make it as loose as you can, actually. I'm kind of getting a little bit tighter than I wanted to, but that's because I'm showing you. But yeah, try to make it as loose as you can. We're going to make it nice and stretchy. So go into the top, yarn over, go into the top again of the 2 on the top there of the last stitch. Pull through, get it nice and pulled up, nice and loose. Go through 1, and then pull up again, go through 3, and that's your half double crochet. Now when we get down here, we're going to go ahead and do 41 of these, 41 chainless half double crochet, And as you get going out, it's going to get even stretchier and stretchier. Okay, nice stretch on it. So our base of our hat will be nice and stretchy. Okay, so meet me back here when you get to 41, and then I'll show you how we're going to do the 42nd one, and also at the same time pull this around and attach it to the other end so that we have our base of our hat in a circle. Okay, so meet me back here when you get to your 41. Okay, so we got our 41 chainless half double crochets foundation row, and it's very stretchy. You can stretch it way out. In fact, when I measure with the tape measure, it's without stretching, it's about 19 right there, about 19 long, but it stretches to, you know, even over 23. But once we get it together and get the last one on there, the 42nd one, and then once we do the we're going to do alternating front and back post half double crochets, and that will tighten this up a little bit, so we wanted just a tad bit looser. So when we're going to do now for the 42nd one, so we're going to close this up, but we're going to go ahead and yarn over like we normally start out, like we normally would for the chainless half double crochet foundation row, and we'll go into the top again. Okay, done top 2 loops there, and then pull through. And now we're going to stop though, because now we're going to grab our other end, and without twisting it, get it to, going to come down here to this end, flip it around so that our tail's on the bottom and it matches up without twisting. Okay, and we're going to come in right here to the bottom where this tail's coming out and the knot is. We're going to come right in there and hook into there. Okay, and then we're going to grab our yarn. Okay, we're going to grab our yarn and we're going to pull through that little spot there, and then we're going to do our chain 1, pull through 1, and now we're going to finish out doing our half double crochet. And there is our last 42nd chainless half double crochet. Now we're just going to hook into the top of the chain 2 at the beginning of the half double crochets, so for the first one. So we're going to hook in right there, and bam, we have our base. And it's a little bit bigger than the hat here, but it's a tiny bit over the edge there, but on each side, but however, just a tad bit. And once we get these alternating front and back half double crochets in, it will actually shrink it up just a little bit more, so it'll be nice and loose though. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to be working on doing these front and alternating front and back half double crochet, and the first round though, instead of going like actually over the front of the actual half double crochet, like right here, the actual half double crochet, right here, we're going to go through the top, where the top of each stitch for the first round. Just for the first round, we're going to go over the, through the top of the stitch on here, and then for the back through the top of the stitch, not the actual half double crochet. And what that does is help on the bottom of the hat to keep it like a little bit more flush and flat, so that it's not all poofed out at the edge of the hat. So it gives it kind of a nice flat edge. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, and the first have a back post half double crochet is going to start out with just a chain 2, and that's going to be the same as our back post half double crochet, or back top of the half double crochet is what we're doing, back and front. So what we're going to do on the first half double crochet there, we're going to go in the top right here before the half double crochet. We're going to go in the top and come out right after it on the top though, not down here. We're not going to come over down to the bottom and go through over the whole half double crochet. We're going to come in here to the top. So yarn over, come in through the top of the half double crochet and through the top, and we're gonna, that's a front post half double crochet. Okay, now we're gonna come in through the top of the next and through the top of the next to do the back post half double crochet. And through the top front and through the top back like that. Okay, and then pull your yarn through and half double crochet. Okay, and then through the front. Okay, and you can kind of make these nice and loose, and they don't have to be real tight or anything, because you want it to be kind of nice and loosey goosey, because like I said, the front and back post will shrink it up quite a bit, make it springier or tighter. So next one, front, and oops, that was supposed to be back. Never mind, that's supposed to be back. All right, so we're going to come back in here and go into the back. Okay, and now the front, and now the back, and now the front, and now the back. Okay, and then we're going to go all the way around doing this, alternating front and back of the top of the half double crochet. And you can see that kind of leaves the edge nice and flat around the edge there. And then we're going to come back to the last one here and wait. And when you get to the 42nd one, we're going to hook back up into the top of the chain 2 that we started with. And that will be the first round. Okay, so go ahead and finish up and meet me back here when you get back to this point. Okay, so we did our 41 alternating front and back post half double crochet through the top of the half double crochet for the very first round. Now we're going to close it up and just hook it up into the first chain 2 that we did, which was our first half double crochet back post, and we just hook it in, and that's a back post where you hook in it. And voila, we have our closed band, and it's really starting to shrink up a lot, but that's okay because we made it a little bit looser. So now it should be about the same size as this one, because it kind of shrunk up a little bit. So now we're going to come back in and we're going to do one more round of the alternating front and back post half double crochet, but this time we're going to go ahead and we're going to go all the way around the half double crochet. So we're going to go 1, 2, that's our first back post half double crochet, and now we're going to go around the whole half double crochet instead of through the top like we did for the first, like that one. We're going to go through the whole, around the whole thing. So I'm going to come back in here, and it's just a chunkier post is what it looks like, ends up being. And then we're going to go through the back. We're going to go around the back. So we're going to come around the back. Okay, half double crochet, and we're going to do that again all the way around. So front and back, and whoops, got that one messed up. All right. And then back, and then front, and then back, and we're going to keep going all the way around. And meet me back here when you finish up, and we're going to do the same as we did last row. We're going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 2 here of the first half double back post half double crochet that we did, and that will be the ending of that round. And then we're going to go on to the first round of these peaks to do. So meet me back here when you get back to hook up here, and we'll continue. Okie dokie, so we got our 42 alternating front and back post half double crochet. So they're kind of a chunkier ridge than just a half double crochet front and back post, and it's shorter, so we don't have such a big huge band, but it's nice and stretchy, and it did shrink up, so that's nice because it's now about the same size as the other hat here, and it's about 9.5 inches wide. So it gives you about a good 19 inches long before you have it in a circle. So it stretches out to about 23 inches to stretch it out to, but it will fit nicely. And okay, then now we're going to work on the next row, and that's the first row of our little peaks here. Okay, and those are going to be alternating. We're going to do a single crochet, skip 2 chains, and then we're going to do an all-in-one chain. We're going to do 4 double crochet, a chain 1, and then 4 double crochet, and then we're going to skip 2 chains, and then we're going to do a single crochet is how we're going to do this. So we will go ahead and we're going to chain 1 for our single crochet. Then we're going to come in here in the first stitch and just do our single crochet, and then no chains or anything. We're going to skip 2, so 1, 2, and into this third one here we're going to yarn over, go ahead and go in, and we're going to go do 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, and they can be nice and loose. All of this is, I've been crocheting very loosely. I'm usually tighter, but I'm doing this loosely because it makes it nice and makes it softer and a lot springier, the hat, and fit nicer. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, all in the same stitch there, and then do a chain 1. Okay, and then we're going to come back in there and do another 4 double crochets, just double crochets for now. 1, 2, 3, and let me get some yarn here, and 4, and then we're going to skip 2 chains. So 1, 2, and then into this third one here we're just going to do a single crochet, and that's it. And then we're going to repeat, skip 2, and then the third one, yarn over, and we're going to do 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a chain 1, and then let me get some yarn. Okay, chain 1, and then another 4 into that same spot, another 4 double crochets. 2, 3, and 4, and then we're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and then into the third one just do a single crochet, and then you're going to just repeat again, skip 2 chains, and in the next one we're going to do 4 double crochet, chain 1, 4 double crochet, skip 2 chains, and then do a single crochet. So we're going to do this all the way around, and what you'll get is these nice little peaks here. These nice little peaks are going to have 7 of them all the way around. You should have 7. So meet me back here when you get back, and we're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet right there. This is what we're going to do. So I'll meet you back here. Okay, so now I have the first row of peaks done. We have 7 of them, and that's what they look like. And we came back in and hooked up to the first single crochet, just slip stitch into it. Okay, and now we're going to, we need to work our way back up to this peak up here, because that's where we're going to start from, because we want to start these. We're going to do the bottom of these, the bottom triangle here, kind of going downward, and what we're going to do is hook all these up to these all together, and then we're going to actually be slip stitching into here. Okay, not single crochet but slip stitch. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to just slip stitch up to that spot that I said at the peak. Okay, so we're going to slip stitch up there all the way to the peak. All right, gonna slip stitch up here. All right, now we're at the peak, so now we can start, and we're going to start with a chain. We're not going to do a single crochet or anything. We're going to be starting because that's just a slip stitch there. So we're going to start with doing a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now we're going to start doing an extended half or an extended double crochet, which is basically a triple crochet, but we're not going to do a triple crochet. We're not going to wrap our yarn around twice. We're just going to do it once. Okay, wrap our yarn around it once, and we're going to come in here to the first double crochet here from the first row, and we're going to go around the back side, kind of like a back post, and grab our yarn, pull it through. Okay, now we're going to just go through one, not two, but one. Okay, that's 1, and then through 2, and then through 2. Okay, well, I'm sorry, scratch that. Do 4. I forgot, we're hooking them all in. Okay, so we're gonna yarn over once, and I was just showing you how to do the extended double crochet. Okay, so we're gonna back post, and we're gonna yarn up. We're gonna come through 1 and then come through 2, but then we're gonna stop there. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the next one, and we're going to back post it. Okay, and then we're just going to go through 1 and through 2. Okay, now we have these 2 on our hook plus the chain 4. Okay, so we're going to go to the next one. Now the next one, we got yarn over. We're going to go through the back post it, pull it up, go through 1, and then go through 2. So we're almost done. Just the last one through is the only one left. Okay, so now we're going to go to the next one, and that's the 4th one. Go through the back, pull it through. We're going to go through 1 and then go through 2. Okay, now with all these still on there, we're going to go over to the other side, and we're going to do these 4 in there too. We're going to get all 8. Okay, so we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go over here to the first one. Okay, the first double crochet. Going to yarn over, oops, do a back post around it. Back post, pull up, and go through 1 and then go through 2. So that's the first one. We got all these on here. Yarn over, we're going to go through or go around the back of the next one. Oops, this is hard to do while filming. All right, now go through the front, or go through 1 and go through 2. That's the next one. And now the third one, go through the back and go through 1, go through 2. Okay, and now the last one, the 8th one, we're going to go around the back, pull it up, go through 1, and now go through 2. Okay, now we got all 8 on there plus the chain 4 in the beginning. Okay, and now we're just going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through all of them. Okay, and now we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to come over here. Now we're going to come over here and go ahead and slip stitch into this spot right here at the top of this peak, the next peak. Okay, and there we are at the next peak, ready to go and do the same thing we just did here. Okay, all right, so now we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to yarn over, and we're going to come to the first double crochet here, and we're going to back post, and then we're going to pull the yarn up. We're going to go through 1, and then through 2. Okay, and that's almost done with our extended double crochet, but not quite. So we're going to put these all together again, and there's the next one, second one. Pull your yarn through, go through 1, go through 2, next one, back post, pull the yarn through 1 and then through 2. Okay, next one, last one on this side, and pull through 1, pull through 2. Okay, and then I'm going to go over to the other side here to connect up these 4, and we're going to go to the first one, yarn over, back post it, and go through 1, go through 2. Okay, and then go the next one, back post, go through 1, and then go through 2. Okay, next one, go through the back post, go through 1, go through 2. Okay, we got all these on here yet, and then we're gonna go up to the next one, and I believe that's our last one, yes. And up to the 8th one. Oops, go through the back post, and through 1, and through 2. Okay, now we got all these on here, 8 of them plus the chain 4, and then we're gonna go through all of them. All right, go through all of them, do a chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't have to be tight chain 4. And then just slip stitch into here and into the next peak. And then we're going to complete this same pattern all the way around, okay? Where we do a chain 4, and then we have 4 on this side and 4 on this side of the extended double crochets, and we're going to hook them all in together, all 8 together, and then we're going to chain 4 and slip stitch into the next peak, and then just keep doing that all the way around until we get back to the beginning. And we're going to go ahead and slip stitch into that beginning slip stitch right there, kind of just hook it into there. Okay, and meet me back when you get back to that point. Okay, I'm actually stopped at halfway on the last one here, because I want to show you this where we slip stitched up to the point here. Just go around the back, don't worry about that, it'll be hidden in there, so it won't make a difference much. So go ahead and do your through 1, through 2, and next one. All right, through 1, and then through 2, and next one, whoopsie, through 1, through 2, and the last one, and through 1, through 2, and then we're going to come and pull through all of them, all 8 plus the chain 4, and then we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we're going to come in here, we're going to slip stitch right into this other slip stitch, so kind of doesn't matter, just hook it in there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually go right into the next row, and that's going to be the peaks again, kind of like we did down here, only we're going to be doing them in the extended double crochet like we did for the bottom here, but instead of the double crochet. So, but we're going to do the same thing we did down here, just with the extended double crochet. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a chain 1, because we're going to do single crochets in all of the peaks here, or wherever we did the slip stitch, and we're just going to go right in here, kind of like that, and right on top of the slip stitch there, get a single crochet in. Okay, and now we're just going to go right in. As soon as I get some slack, we're going to go right into doing the extended double crochet, but we're going to go right into that center here that we created last time, and we're going to pull up. We're going to go through 1, oops, let me get down here where you can see me, 1, through 2, and then through 2. So it's kind of like a triple crochet, only it's a little bit thicker down in here. It makes it look nicer, I think, doing an extended double crochet instead of a triple crochet. So pull up, go through 1, go through 2, go through 2. Okay, and that's 2. We're going to do 4, and then chain 1, and then another 4 extended double crochet. So here's 3, through 1, through 2, through 2, and here's our 4th one, through 1, through 2, through 2. Okay, and now a chain 1, and now we're going to do another 4. So through 1, through 2, through 2, our second one, through 1, through 2, through 2. Okay, third one, through 1, through 2, through 2. All right, and then the fourth one, and through 1, through 2, through 2. Okay, and that's 4 plus a chain 1 plus 4, and then we're going to come in here to the slip stitch. But what I want you to do is come in kind of before the slip stitch to get in there, because you want this to end up kind of right on top of it. So we're going to come in the side. Instead of coming in behind it, we're going to come in before it. Okay, and right there, you see how that is? Don't come behind it, come before it, and then you're just going to do your single crochet. Okay, so it ends up being kind of right over the top of that. Okay, and now you just go to the next peak and do your 4 extended double crochets through 1, through 2, through 2, and chain 1, and then another 4. So through 1, whoops, didn't get that one right. All right, through 1, through 2, through 2. All right, through 1, through 2, through 2, and through 1, through 2, through 2, and that's our 4. And then we're going to go chain 1. All right, and into the same spot. We're going to do another 4 through 1, through 2, through 2. Okay, through 1, through 2, through 2, yarn over, through 1, through 2, through 2, and yarn over, and through 1, oops, through 2, through 2. Sorry about I'm trying to get this in front of the camera right, and I keep getting it out of the range, I guess. And then we're going to come in here and come into right before the slip stitch here, and we're going to go in there and do a single crochet. Okay, and then we're going to go to the next one and do 4 extended double crochets, a chain 1, and then 4, and then single crochet into the right before that slip stitch, right into the beginning of it there. Okay, and we're going to repeat that around. And what you're building is, you see how you got your nice little fan here, or your nice little peak reflective going down the other way. Okay, and we're going to go all the way around, and we're going to connect up and slip stitch into the first single crochet. Okay, and that will be that round. And then at that point, we're just going to repeat this round and this round, and we're going to repeat that. It looks like I did 3 times. I've got 1, 2, 3. 3 times. We're going to repeat that until we start decreasing up in here. We're going to start decreasing it. So go ahead and repeat these 2 rows. So we're going to repeat this around, hook up, and then we're going to repeat the row that we connected them all up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this row done, and then I'll show you how to start this row again, the connected one. Okay, so let me come back in a second here. Okay, so we finished up that round, and now we have all of our tops on, the peaks, all of the peaks on. Should be 7 of them, and I hooked in, slip stitch into the first single crochet that we created. So we're right there, and now just as we did down here on the bottom, now we need to do this pattern again where we slip stitch up to the point, because we need to start from here. And we're going to go ahead and slip stitch up to that point. And once we get up there, we're going to chain 1, or no, not going to chain 1, we're going to slip stitch, because we're just going to slip stitch up there and then start right from the slip stitch. We're going to go right into a chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to start in here and come in for the back post, and through 1, and then through 2, and then keep the last one on the hook. Okay, so and then we're going to go to the next one and go through 1, go through 2. Okay, next one, go through 1, and then go through 2. Okay, and then go to the last one, I should say, the 4th one, and go through 1, and then go through 2. Okay, now I'll go to the other side and go to the back back post the other side and go through 1, go through 2, go to the next one, go back post it, and go through 1, oops, and go through 2, and now we're going to go to the next one, back post it. Oop. Alrighty, let me see if I can get in a better angle here. Go through 1 and go through 2. Okay, we got all of them on there yet. Get this better here for you. All right, and then the last one, the fourth one, go through the back, go through 1, go through 2. Okay, now we're going to go through all of these. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to come over here to the next peak and slip stitch in, and that's where we start the next one. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to chain 4, and then we're going to come in here and hook all these together, all 8 of them together. Okay, and then chain 4 and slip stitch into the next peak. So we're going to go ahead and repeat these 2 and for 3 rows. Okay, so we have 3 rows of this pattern. Okay, and come back when we get the 3 rows done, because I'm going to show you up here then what I did to come in here to go ahead and decrease it. Okay, you guys, all right, we went ahead and from where we were at, we stitched into our first single crochet, and then slip stitched up to the next peak, so we can start our first round of decreases. We're going to decrease the hat here, so we're going to go ahead and chain 3 instead of doing our chain 4, and then we're going to go into the first one and we're going to do a back post, and then we're going to go through 2 and we're going to go through 2 because we're just going to finish that. It's going to be a double crochet instead of an extended double crochet, and we're just going to finish it out so that these 2 are kind of added together right there. Okay, and then we're going to go into the next one, back post double crochet, but go through 2 and then stop, back post double crochet, go through 2, stop, back post double crochet, go through 2 and stop. Oops. Now we're going to go to the other side here and go through the back of the first one, back post double crochet, go through 2 and stop. Next one, go through the back, go through 2 and stop. Okay, now the last 2 we're going to actually add together, so we're going to go through the back, okay, the back post, and then go through 2, and then we're going to yarn over, go through the back post, oops, go through the back post, okay, and then go through 2, okay, and then we're going to go through 2. So we added those 2 together to make 1, and then we're going to go ahead and go through all of them. Okay, so it ends up kind of scrunching it down to 3 and 3, but they're also double crochets, so it's going to shrink it down a lot more. And then 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to slip stitch into the next peak. Sorry about getting the camera off angle here. And the next peak, and then we're going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over and go into the first one, back post double crochet, and we're going to finish it out, so we add those 2 first ones together there, and then we're going to back post double crochet, but just go through 2, stop, go through back post double crochet, whoopsie, back post double crochet, go through 2, whoops, through 2, all right, and go around the next one, the last one, back post double crochet, go through 2, Okay, now I'm going to go to the other side. Whoops, sorry. That's how it looks there. So we have the 4 here yet. The first 2 are kind of added together, so it scrunches it down a little bit over here. And then we're going to go over the other side, and we're going to do 2, and then we're going to, the last 2 we're going to kind of add together before we finished it out. Okay, so we're going to go around the back post of the first one, back post double crochet, but just go through 2. Okay, and back post, go through 2, and then the last 2, no, whoops, last 2 we're going to go in the back. Okay, and then go through 2, and then yarn over, go in the back of the next one, the last one, and pull up, go through 2, and then we're going to go through 2. Okay, the last 2, so that those 2 on the end are added together, and then we're going to go through all of them. Okay, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go ahead and slip stitch into there. Okay, and then we're going to repeat this around, doing a chain 3, and then finish out the first double crochet with that chain 3 so that they're together, and then do all of the rest up to the last 2 together on the hook, double crochets, and then in the last 2 add those 2 together before you finish out and pull through all of them. Okay, and then in chain 3 and slip stitch into the next peak. Okay, so go ahead and do that all the way around, and when you get back to the beginning, we're going to slip stitch into that first slip stitch, and then I'll show you the next row to decrease. Okay, you guys, we're back. I slip stitch into the first slip stitch there on the top of that peak, and now for the next top of your peak here, we're going to go chain 1, because we're going to single crochet into this slip stitch here, come back into that and single crochet, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to do 2, a chain 1, and then 2 more double crochets. So 2 double crochets, and then a chain 1, and then we're going to do 2 again. So 2, and then we're going to come over here into the next slip stitch, and we're going to actually come in before the slip stitch, remember, and do a single crochet. Okay, so that's tightening that right on up, and I think that's why I did the chain 4 there last time, because it kind of makes that hole better there. So let's see, should we do that? I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. It doesn't really pull up unless you pull up on it. Okay, so now we're going to go into the next one and into the next hole here and do 1 and 2 double crochets, a chain 1, and then 1 and 2 double crochets, and then come into that next slip stitch right before it here and do a single crochet. Okay, so that tightens that right up there. That little square tightened right up. Yep. Okay, and now we're going to come in and do the next one, and we're going to do 1 and 2 and a chain 1, and then 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Okay, and then we're going to come into that next slip stitch, go into the right before it, and do a single crochet. Okay, let's go ahead and do that all the way around. Hopefully that'll be okay there without that extra. extra little poof. But anyway, let's go around and to the beginning again. Our beginning here where we started. Okay, our beginning, and we'll slip stitch into that first single crochet there. Okay, so go ahead and I'll meet you back up here. Okay, you guys, so now we're gonna do the next row. I slip stitch into the first single crochet there, and these are tightening up here. And now we're going to come in and no more of this pattern, and now we're just going to come in doing half double crochets, but we're going to go ahead and do the first one. We're going to come in and we're going to go around the back too. We're going to come around the back post. Oops. Let me just make sure that's what I did in the other one, but I'm pretty sure that's what I did. Yep, single crochet around the back, yes. Okay, so we're going to come in and we're going to go around the back. Whoops. Yep. Single crochet around the back. All right, now the next two we're going to single crochet together, or we're going to half double crochet together, I'm sorry, but we're still going around the back. So, and those get single half double crochet together. Okay, and then the next one is just a half double crochet, and I'm just gonna pop that right in the middle of there, half double crochet, and then we're going to go in the back of here, next one, and then we're gonna go half double crochet, I believe, anyway, that's what we did. Hold on, let me go check something quick. Okay, you guys, so I looked at it and on the first head I made, and actually they are going around the back post of the half double of the double crochets, sorry. So we're going to go back in and go around the post of those, and this one we're actually going to go for the half double crochet here. We're going to go back down around here because that's where it's at on the other one. I'm gonna go back down to there and do a half double crochet around the back post of this stitch right here, the single crochet, I'm sorry, single crochet there. We're gonna go back down the bottom of that, and then we're gonna come back to the first post here, and we're gonna go back around the post and come up, but we're gonna go yarn over, and we're gonna go around the next back post too and pull up, and then we're going to go through all of them. Okay, and that's the next half. Those two are together then. Okay, now the next one we're going to go in and we're going to just kind of slip this in here and go half double crochet, and that's one. Actually, I think we're going to go around the back post and just skip that. I think that's maybe what we did. Let's see here. Did I go around that? Looks like I go around that. Oh, I see. I didn't do that. Okay, I went right to the next one. Okay, so we go right to the next one. Next post is what I did. So go over here and go right around the next post and skip that little chain one space. And we're gonna just go ahead and do a half double crochet. And then the next one, we want to add the next one together. So we're going to add that together with this single crochet. We're going to add that together, put those together with the next half double crochet and the next back post around that single crochet. We're going to add it together, okay? And then yarn over, and then we're going to just do a back post half double crochet, and then the next two we're going to add we're going to put those together and back post, and then through all of them, added them together. Those two are together. Whoops, I keep going off camera, I'm sorry. Those two are together, and then the next one is just going to be a half double crochet into the back post of the next one, half double crochet, and then the next back of this back of the single crochet, we're going to go a back post around that, come up, and we also have to add it with the next one. So I'm going to go around the next first double crochet here and back post double crochet, and then we're going to add them all together. Okay, I got to get in the right position here. This hat's getting too tall, I think, is why I keep getting out of the camera range. Okay, let me try turn it this way. Okay, all right, so let's see, we're going yarn over, and we're going to go, the next one's going to be just a half double crochet, one, and then we're doing every other, so the next one's going to be two added together. So yarn over, pull up, go back post, pull up, and then go through all of them. Next one's going to be just a regular half double crochet, back post around the single crochet there. Okay, and now yarn over, and the next one's going to be two added together, and is it? Yep, and that's that one added, and then the next one, sorry, and the next one added together. Put them together, and then we're going to go over to the next side and go back around that one and just do a regular half back post half double, and then the next two we add together around the back of that single crochet. Okay, and then add those together. Okay, now the next one we're just going to do a regular back post half double crochet. Okay, and now the next two we add together, go back post, yarn over, and around the next back post, and then go through all. Okay, yarn over, next one's just a regular back post. Okay, and then we're just going to keep doing this around until I get to the beginning of where I started here. Whoops. We're going to keep going around, decreasing here until I get back to this edge, which was right here. Right here. Okay, and when I get back to this beginning, we're going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet there. All right, and then so this round was actually every other, we did a decrease. Okay, so one half double crochet and then the next two together, one half double crochet, the next two together. Okay, and we skipped the little chain one spot and just went right to the posts. And now the next row, I'll meet you when we get back to the beginning here and slip stitch into the beginning. And the next row we're going to be doing every stitch, every two together, okay, all the way around. So I'll meet you back here when we get to that point. Okay, you guys, I just wanted to add in, apparently when I get back to got to the end here, I actually could only do just the, a single. I didn't have enough to do another decrease. It just ended up with two singles in a row, two half double crochets in a row, and because I had a decrease and then another single half double crochet, and I only had one spot left, so I just did another double crochet to end it up, and then go ahead and slip stitch into the first half double crochet, which is just the chain two at the beginning, and just go ahead and slip stitch into the top of that chain two. And that's that row. Okay, Now we're going to go ahead and I believe it's just half double crochets again. Yes, it is. And now the next row around, we're going to decrease every one. So we're going to go ahead and chain one. Okay, and we're going to yarn over. We're going to go into this one, pull up, and then we're not going to yarn over though. We're just going to go into the next one and pull up, and then go ahead and add those two together. Okay, and then go ahead and yarn over. All right, go into the next one. All right, this is saying I got 5%. Go into the next one, and then go into the next one without yarning over, and then pull through all. Okay, and then repeat that around. We're just going to put two together all the way around to get to the first one and slip stitch in, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, I need to get my phone plugged in because it's about to run out of battery, so I will be right back.